You need the patience of a saint to deal with some telcos, especially if there's a problem with your NBN. It can cost more than just your time.
So, Linda, how would you describe what's happened to you?
Oh, schmozzle. Absolute schmozzle. It's like dealing with children. You can't get any sense out of anybody.
Hairdresser Linda Ayres claims her livelihood is under threat. How important is the business to you?
Oh God, everything. Everything after 15 years and with 9 staff that rely on me to pay their mortgages and everything, they just can't have it.
At stake, Linda's phone and internet line at her suburban salon after she missed out on being connected to NBN. She's now been told it's a 5-month wait, despite the fact that most of the other shops in her centre are already connected. So, Linda, you've got an NBN box out the back?
I have. I've only just discovered that. I didn't even know it was there until the landlord pointed it out to me the other day. Apparently it's just not connected.
So that's the frustrating part. It's there, all they've got to do is make a connection.
Exactly.
Yep. Can you understand why they can't simply do that?
Not at all.
NBN is blaming Telstra for the debacle for not being informed Linda's shop was originally one store that split into 2. Linda says the business next door is connected to NBN, but she's missed out.
4 different Telstra people have told me 4 different things, and NBN contacted me last night. They've got the wrong shop number and they have said, yes, you won't get it till next January.
Linda says Telstra's solution to her problem was to charge her $500 to install a 4G router, which will give her a wireless internet connection for 5 months until the NBN is installed. But the trouble with that is that the 4G signal around here is so bad, it only registers 1 bar on your phone.
I've been told I've slipped through the cracks and it's very rare, but that doesn't do my business a lot of good.
Daniel Rutledge runs a family-owned office supply business. When he switched to Telstra to connect to NBN, it was anything but a smooth process.
We were tired, we were stressed, we were extremely worried about it.
Today, Daniel spent 13 months navigating a transition process that can only be described as catastrophic to his business.
Got no business phones. We're running our business through a prepaid mobile phone. Our email's running on Wi-Fi. We don't have a fax line coming in.
At one point, the business was completely offline.
We contacted Telstra and they'd managed to give our whole account to a business out of Sydney, so would not even give me access to the account itself.
Like many of our viewers have told us before, Daniel says the complaints process is utterly confusing.
I had a note there last week where one day I was on the phone for 7 hours.
And you won't believe the extraordinary advice he received from someone on the inside.
We instigated our contact with the media based on a Telstra employee contacting us on a private number and saying to us, you need to go to the media with this because your account is a mess.
When you try to contact the retailer, whether it's Telstra or Optus or someone else who's the retailer, they blame the wholesaler, which is the NBN, who then blame the retailer, and it's just a never-ending, problem to try and get it fixed.
2GB's Ray Hadley has been inundated with similar complaints after he himself struggled to get connected.
Hundreds and hundreds. It's never-ending. I mean, all you've got to do is mention on air that you've had a problem with either NBN, Telstra or one of the other retailers, and there's a tsunami of emails and calls about people having the same sort of problems.
So angered at his own experience, Hadley interviewed the CEO of Telstra on his program.
I will be the first to admit, we do see lots of situations where customers are having a poor experience, and we're working hard with the NBN to try and make sure we can address it.
Do you understand that those poor experiences are, exacerbated by phone calls to other parts of the world? There's not checks and balances that should be in place on both the NBN and the retailer, be it Telstra, Optus or anyone else, to get the job done correctly and properly.
In Daniel Rutledge's case, Telstra has now apologised for the inconvenience caused and is fast-tracking completion of his NBN connection.
My primary concern is the ongoing damage to the business.
The impact on our family business side of things, it's been very, very stressful.
Deborah Moran runs TDM Glass and Aluminium. She's been in a battle for compensation with Telstra over a connection debacle that went on for over 2 years.
Phone customers not even being able to get through immediately. When you answer the phone, it would drop out. They also put a message bank on my phone that I didn't ask for, and when the customers were transferred to this so-called message bank, they were just dropped out.
Deborah claims it cost her business around $70,000.
Their complaints handling team is all disjointed. It's a merry-go-round to get even a functioning service.
It's really important to know that there's over 150 different providers for NBN, so you definitely have a choice of which company to support.
Joe Yachukalo is from Handle My Complaint.
Some of the small telcos are delivering exceptional customer service when it comes to NBN, so don't necessarily look for the major providers.
Joe offers this advice when trying to resolve a dispute.
Make sure you're recording a complaint. Use the word complaint until the person on the other end echoes the word back to you.
In a statement to A Current Affair, Telstra says,
"Our goal is to make every customer's move to the NBN smooth and pain-free. Most of the time we get that right, but here we have missed the mark and we're sorry. We're working on fixing our customers' issues as quickly as possible."
Well, I just wish they'd connected. It can't be that hard, surely.
You wouldn't think so?
No, no.
And a spokesperson from NBN tells us,
"We were made aware from Ms Ayres' retail service provider 2 weeks ago that she couldn't connect to the network, and we are currently working to connect this premises in the next 48 hours. We apologise for the delay Ms Ayres has experienced. In relation to the 2 other customers mentioned, we are aware they have been contacted by their retail service provider, who has identified that the issues raised are ones they need to rectify directly with these customers."
The statistics say that an NBN complaint on average should take 6 days to resolve. So if it's taking you weeks and months, you really need to get onto this and keep contacting your provider until you see action.
I hope that no one ever has to go through what we've been through. It's been an awful experience from start to finish.
We do have some good news. Daniel's now fully connected and been compensated by Telstra. Linda's issue has also been fixed. Tips on making a complaint to your telco and statements from NBN and Telstra are on our homepage.